Alright, part 2. So we have had the opportunity to practice a little bit, and let's see if that comes to fruition. So you look to the other side, you see a book there, you jump, bubble, uh, make sure to gather all the plants, and probably resummon your loot bot. And then we will go. At the end I will show the mystic enchants and the gear and what I kind of done different. Now again, this whole run is really just about don't overpull. If you're trying to rush it, if you're trying to be fancy, you're gonna just kill yourself. Now this is exactly an example of what not to do. But I guess got away with it, so don't have to restart the video. Generally speaking, because um, it's so easy to keep up both power and health. Power is your judgment, and health is your divine storm. It doesn't matter whether you're fighting one mob or 20 mobs. There, as long as you click those buttons, you should be completely fine to continue. Now I did already one run. It is a little bit scuffed because this was basically what I got last run and I kept. Usually there's a book here, which there's not. My gold is about 89. These don't sell, or well, they're just not worth the hassle of selling. All right. Well, so far so good. Um, Here, this is actually kind of interesting. So if you look at the sell price and then at the disenchant price, Dire Mole has a tendency to have really cheap items to vendor, and it's bad, it's annoying, but you will end up just checking them all and making sure that you don't keep, or sorry, that you don't that you don't vendor that which is far more lucrative to disenchant. So here is basically not a tank and spank really, because like he does hit hard. You just put a slow on the ground, you kite a little bit. The biggest issue is um, the debuff he puts on you. It reducts your stamina and it stacks up infinitely, or at least I think infinitely, but you know, it might stop at 20 or something. So here we, oops. Now let's just bubble this, why not? Now let's call this a little bit of a casual jitters, because usually what you do is you stun him and then there's more health when the ads spawn. And you don't have to worry as much about, you know, shall I, shan't I? The other one is gone. Here's your big friends. Um, let's just grab this brush. Let's see where you can sell and repair if needed. I should really check the sell prices. If it's like half of what if the sell price is half of the disenchant price, then I I disenchant. But I guess that's for everybody. No, you're not. Actually, yeah, you are. So you will notice me vendoring a lot of these flowers, but that's just because they're kind of shit. Nobody is gonna, at least I don't care about 2 copper for silver leaf. That's yeah. Um, money wise, I haven't really calculated the time that I spent killing these guys. Sometimes you're lucky and sometimes not, so I guess it's also really up to um, whether you want to run a bit faster or just kind of take it chill. There is usually a flower in this corner, but I'm a little bit blind, so I'm probably missing something. Thought, oh well, those 2 packs I skip because for some reason they do a lot more damage. I think it's just the type of mob that you're dealing with. We're lucky with the resist there. Just for any paladin who wants to try this, my gear is rather decent, but just for a rule of thumb, if I can do it, you can. Bit of practice and patience, and then you'll get this down in a jiffy. You can see a lot of critters here on the ground. Basically, just try to avoid them. If you uh, if you stun it before he reaches you, you don't get the first bleed on you, and that's kind of the biggest damage source. So now I see I get a little bit lower. I run to the critters to find Storm, and that's a little bit of health back. Stun him. I intentionally don't put Consecration on the ground to find Storm again. I think I missed the critter. Well, there's one more. So right now he's a bit of a nuisance. I just CC him permanently, heal up, get some extra, and there we go again. So I guess the wings was a little bit mistimed, but better safe than sorry. Now there should be some plants here. And the fact that they're not, I missed those. Well, I have to jump down anyway. Oh well, maybe it's upstairs. When you do jump down, just resummon your loot bolt. I think that's the biggest weakness of this whole ordeal. his jumping down does not always have the loot bolt follow. And it's just a nuisance. Not really the end of the world, but be vigilant for it. And these guys, same thing, they do a little bit more damage, but it's kind of, you know, put in a little bit more effort when you kill them, and the rest should not be too difficult. Yeah, so this is again one of those 26 for a gold 10, and I got quite lucky with the Greater Eternal, which is even more. I haven't checked the auction in a while, but the Greater Eternals are like 8 gold at the moment. It's pretty ridiculous. Got lucky for that resist. So I usually do clear this room because of the Felcloth that is selling quite well. Here you want to focus on the imp, but as you go in, you stun, and then you just nuke. If you want to be safer, you do not use wings, instead you use um, Divine Shield. There's also a book here on the ground most of the time. Lovely. See if there's any plants. Don't think so. That one you can't sell, so you might as well destroy it. There is a like an ad that there you go. Whenever you engage that one, it will be there. That one is always a bit tricky. I mean, if I was a little bit better prepared, it wouldn't have been a problem, but both running out of power and um, out of health, that's not a good combination. If you're not playing this on 2 speed, uh, you got a better constitution than I have. If you pull this, they will all come. Just be aware of that. Found it better to just kill this one solo. Like if you put in full single target nuke, it's honestly not that bad. Yeah, I mean they drop a lot of rune cloth, that's kind of really bad. And now I got very unlucky with the fell cloth. But again, you can't win them all. The Shadowbolt casters do fear from time to time, and if you haven't cleared a room and you run into them, I mean, I don't have to explain that. I do think I forgot something here, but that's only Grom's blood. I did get a good amount of living essences. Alright, so here there is a roaming patrol of trees. They're now all the way over there, so I don't have to worry about them at all. So I won't take this route unless I see a book there. And to be honest, I haven't gotten lucky with the books yet, but it's more of a fun little gamble. Alright, now we have still a couple of walking trees to do, and then we're at the last boss. Might as well do this. So these heal, but as a rat you do so much damage that there's really nothing that can out heal it. So you don't have to be too worried about single target nuking or anything. There's supposed to be sometimes a book here, but I've never seen it, so I don't think that's in the Ascension client. I should have talked to that guy. Before you engage the last pack, just kind of talk to him. Fortunately, I have something to keep me busy in the meantime. And that one as well. I'm having quite a bit of fun. The healing of Divine Shield is honestly, or Divine Storm, is truly fun. Like, even though you're quite squishy as a rat, especially in certain gear choices, it doesn't really matter because the healing is just so ridiculous. And I do hope with later patches, as we're actually gonna wear tier gear in the red set, that there will be some more benefit to, having plate gear, taking a lot less damage, doing more difficult dungeons, maybe even do strat fast if needed. You can do all those things right now, even as prot, you can still do it. Uh, oh, don't forget to pull that tree. Sometimes the boss is kind of weird that if you are fighting the boss and he goes into his final form, he summons like, or he does this big shout that almost appears as if he pulls the entire dungeon towards him. It's super weird. But if you have cleared the way we have cleared, you're not going to get any single ads. And you're not going to get any ads in general if you just clear the courtyard, because somehow only the courtyard can run to him, and that's including the trees on top. And anything that goes beyond the garden, they just won't come. It will aggro with you and you will be in combat, but it won't do anything. So yeah, hold your buffs, or sorry, your damage stuff. We've been 20 minutes in the instance. You can see it's or 22 minutes right now. Okay, now this boss is kind of a joke, but so first you want to look if there's a book. You cannot pick the book up in combat, so you just have to do it before you engage him. Otherwise, there might be some problems afterwards. As you can see, it does quite a bit of damage, but let's pop our cooldowns. Stun him. And there we go. You CC him a second time with Holy Wrath. And a third time if you have to, but generally you don't. You can do it again with Holy Wrath. But, you get the cooldown gets less and less and less. Now here's basically what the trick is. You just run him up here and then do some damage. He gets the wolf, you jump off. You heal a little bit. Oh, he's immediately following. You put this thing on the ground so you get some slows. That is a bit silly. I'm taking unnecessary risk. All you have to do is basically just run him up here, and he shoot. The higher you get, the more likely he is to get stuck. And it's not a stuck in per se. It's like not an infinite stuck. It's more of a look. I have spare time now, where he just keeps running back and forth. Around the 40 percentage, you just want to run him over here. You stun him, and now you burst as much as you can. You want to get him below 35 without taking too much damage. Then it turns into the tree. You LOS. You go and kill his little goblins, imps, whatever. And then we start the dance. Now, because I'm so close to him, he does still do damage to me, as you can see. Oh, oopsie. He Every time he doesn't get his cast off, he will auto attack me, but you can remedy that by just being a little bit further away. Just at the moment it is unnecessary. But you would do something like this. Like, so here, okay, he can't, you start casting, you hit him, and you move. It's that simple. And now, yeah, final tally. Oh, I didn't sell my stuff. That's a bit silly. Hey, well, I did show you where, probably. But I can do another one. Why not? Get our typical. And again, with the disenchanting, I have my own preferences with what I do and don't disenchant. But it's completely up to you. So in general, right, if I sold all this, I would probably have made a 50 gold in um, raw materials. I did start with some of the materials already, so let's make it 40 in about half an hour, 25 minutes. Now we add that with, let's see, there's a book. Yeah, there's a book. Good. Usually I have this a little bit closer, but I didn't want to distract too much from it. Um, like these are decent prices. I did check them quite often, and I found that most of these um, auctionator prices are correct. Like Gromslot is a little bit high. There's no auctionator there that's correct at the moment, but we got really unlucky with no Felcloth because this does sell, especially with the Bloodfine sets that are so popular. The 2 gold, yeah, it used to be 6. That is a big letdown. The Dream Foil sells really well. 70 silver each. I mean, the 7 gold. It's nothing that's good too crazy, but if you start to tally up everything, then suddenly you're like, well, this is not bad. Not bad for a quick half an hour run. I think, and oh, the living essences, they sell. They absolutely sell. So I think everything combined. If you are quite liberal with the numbers, and I hate it when people are too liberal with numbers, um, you could do 100 gold per run. It's not the same as a strat days. A strat days it was just so much. Oh no. Let's see. Still no. There's a Dusty Tome. Nice. And you only have to get lucky ones with the Dusty Tomes. Get a nice sword out of it. With Molten Core being released, people are, more conditioned to also start prepping for next year. And then you get, buyers of these silly items that are fun, but they will be replaced unless you stick to normals. And even then, like the sword from Sotok, for example, is so much better. That's fine. Okay. So here we stun him already quite early, but we forgot last time. You get as much damage out as you possibly can. Put the thing on the ground, and this is when you can heal up. Add spawn, quick define storm, and now it's heal time, and you focus him down. I really didn't get that much damage out, that was kind of sad, but because I have my full health back from his debuff is gone due to the divine shield, it doesn't really matter at all. So there's our buddy. Oh, no, I want to keep the Winter's Bite. That's fine. So, yeah. Nope, Aquamarine as well, keep it. It's a beautiful thing. Like, even if you get Stone of Snuff Retreat, you are not forced to go back to the city anytime soon due to that sales guy there. You can basically chill her pretty long. And I think you can easily do 4, 5, 6 runs without having to worry about your bags or having to perfectly clean them. Like for example, this is a lot of my nonsense stuff. And if you're really min-maxing, then you would clear your nonsense back as well. Okay, let's see. We can spot any flowers. No flowers, at least not that I can see. Um, I could start dispelling it, but 5 times dispelling, just the mana cost alone, and it will be done before. There we go. Now these are pretty good for just getting a little bit of mana back quick. I would save just a couple, or you never know whenever you need them for some new item that comes out. All right. Boom, boom. Yeah. So like it's okay to just let yourself go low a little bit. Like you don't have to worry about it as much. Famous words right before you die. Get a little bit here. Boom. There you go. And again, if you are stressing out and like he's getting close, just repentance. It's literally free. Like you cannot physically die here. You can literally wait a minute and repentance him again. Right now there are reds behind us. We go to the reds, define storm. Like there are little tricks to just make this smoother, but not per se less difficult or it's just because no matter what, you can kill that pack. You have Divine Shield back, you have all your cooldowns back. Like literally nothing in the world that should be able to kill you. If anything is gonna kill you, it is usually, rule of thumb, yourself. Oh no, I can survive this, I can keep my cooldown for the next pack, blah 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 blah. And then woof, you're dead. That's a bit of a nuisance. So now I can, of course, stun this one, but just LOS it, because you need to stun for the next pack. Ooh, nice. I've been super unlucky with the books. Apparently, it's like a 2% chance that it drops, but I guess they didn't get the memo. And the other books, I mean, it says, for example, 24 gold, but it really, like, there's no way it's gonna sell for that. Nobody's gonna buy it. It's just not worth it. It's a ridiculous price. The only reason people put it up that high is because it has a a postage cost or an auction cost of 1 copper, and they can get away with not selling. So these are I do think, just in hindsight, that this room, I will have to watch back the footage, but it just, there's not that much that you get from it. Like a couple of plants at best, and that's it. So I will probably start skipping it and just jump down there, take the vine, kill those two, and move immediately on to the next bit. But I guess since I am, showing the video, it's good to just for people to look back and choose for themselves. Is this something I want to clear? Is this something I want to, you know, put my farm time into? Classic. Come on. There we go. Okay, so you see those trees just left. If the trees are there, like don't underestimate it because the trees will pull those and the big one, and then suddenly you're like, oh fuck, 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 right? You can get away with it. You just define shield and you're good to go. But it's more of a beware. What is this? I have to, maybe it's also worth to just clear this whole courtyard with the living essences. I don't know. Yeah, just kind of test for yourself. Don't listen what the crazy people on the internet tell you. Just figure it out. I see, there's something crazy. Yeah, same as before. Like we have been running now for give or take here. So this is kind of a big pool. A couple of cooldowns, and you are good to go. So you could see two renews on this or regrowths on him, and it doesn't matter. It's not of any relevance. Now I did jump. I didn't re-summon my loot bot, but well, here he is. He found his way home. It's funny. Huh? So, cool. We just start running. I've been trying Strat Life as well, and it's not bad. Or yeah, Strat Life, and it's not bad. It's honestly kind of good even. But one of the problems that I genuinely dislike with Strat is that if you're not going as prot, you are really limited by the amount of mobs. So, for example, prot has this unlimited, I take on everybody, and as long as I can survive, it's fine, right? But my damage is the exact is scales with the amount of people. It's like a linear scaling, maybe even exponential scaling, because there are some things that proc. So like there's 5% chance that this procs AoE, and then okay, well the more AoE you have, the more damage you do. So that's the whole prot bit, where you just the more you get, um, the more damage you do. Now, red, on the other hand, not only are you considerably more squishy, your damage does not scale with the amount of mobs that you have around you. Instead, it's stationary. It's exactly the same. If I have 12 mobs or 20 mobs, it's the same because my Divine Storm can only hit 4 targets. Even with the cleave from Seal of Command, it is still 4 targets. So it's just a foreboding message that Strut Life for red, it's completely doable. You can out heal anything. You can kill elite mobs without any fuss. But everything is kind of linked together and therefore a bit of an issue. So you can see we kind of get stuck as long as you keep running, and even but when you stop running, he will figure out a way. That's that's basically the Really don't underestimate his damage. It is ridiculous. Just keep repentance. It's not that necessary, but it's just nice to have a little bit of security. So right now it's 37%. I don't want to lose my loot bot, so I'm summoning him again. CC him. He gets a tree form, and there we go. I want him a little bit closer. So there we go. Oh, he will start healing at 20%, by the way, just for. Lovely. Okay, well, I did promise to show my Mystic enchants, so I will. And my gear as well. I mean, I guess that's a bit of a reward if you made it this long, or if you skipped through the entire thing. Well, unfortunately, no arcane crystals, but I mean, it's not that important. Mystic enchants. This is my red tree. You can copy it if you want. It's by no means the best. Yeah, I did like getting a little bit extra armor, so hence I didn't take this one. Could probably put it in here or near here, but anyway, that's personal preference. Don't care. Seal of Command gets 8% extra mana every time. 6% damage reduction, more damage reduction, and some extra healing. I mean, slow, great, uh, faster AoE, and stun for bosses. 15 strength, typical, and more healing from Divine Storm. This is pretty much cookie cutter. This is the only thing you can maybe like replace for 5% dodge. But it's again personal preference. Figure it out. I haven't looked at these to be honest. I like this one because I mean it gets faster and yeah, it's good. But this is a bit more single target. This is a bit more mana. None of this is set in stone. Not even this one. One of the light is damaged, great, but could there be something better? Probably. Just haven't looked at it. Gear wise, Lionheart helm, very typical. Oh, I got three of those to get basically the yeah. Black Dragon skill set. This is my general rating set, except I changed these three out. Chromatic Cloak, Black Dragon skill. Again, this one is changed out. This one has to be changed, but it will be like once multicore opens, I will craft a better version of glove. And that's plate will be changed. Skill. This is a tank one actually. Better uh, than the DPS one, which is the boot from the ornate something boots. Buy it from a shop and ZG. Now, of course, this is ZG as well. It's Mythic. It's not the best one. Fortunately, I've been a bit unlucky with the rolls. And World Forged item. Then Dark Moon Card Maelstrom. I'm not sure how good that one is. Here did about 3% of my damage. And this one did about 3.8. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for making it this far. Don't leave a like, don't react, please leave me the fuck alone, and have a wonderful day.